Hey everybody, I wanted to give you a little bit of additional information for your professional development webinar project. I already have a screencast about it. I already have a PowerPoint, describes it in more detail. Make sure you watch that first. And this is more for your discussion groups. So you should have already read the book by the time you get ready to post your discussion group. So if you haven't read the book, make sure you've done that. And this is in reference to what I want you to share with your classmates in your group. So I want you're going to teach us an aspect of writing instruction, and you can integrate writing instruction in a variety of things. You definitely want to reference the book and use the book to teach us. But for example, you can integrate writing and narratives and stuff like that into poetry, story writing, integrating writing in, well, I know there's books that specifically talk about the content areas, but I want to encourage you to read what's in the book, select what aspect of that you think is the most interesting, the most pertinent, the most informative for teachers to know. And I encourage you to look at other resources to supplement what you're going to be teaching us. So because some of you are reading the same book, you can have similar topics, but I do want you to touch base with each other and share what your thoughts are and give feedback to each other on your thoughts about what to share with the rest of the class. So your group is going to be the expert. If you're in a group that has multiple people, you're the experts on that topic. And as a group, you're going to decide what you want to share with the others in the class. And individually, within that text, you might choose one chapter to focus on. You might choose a theme that goes across the entire book. It's really up to you. It's your decision on what you think is the most important to teach us, the most valuable. And, some people might focus on one topic and go in great depth, and other people might choose, maybe there's 7 different things you want to review with us. That's up to you. But use your discussion group to kind of brainstorm and share ideas. I'll go in there, I'll give you feedback, your classmates will give you feedback. But what I want you to think about, the format is going to be an online pre-recorded webinar. Now, if you want to do it live and record it and have an audience, I can certainly arrange that. And we can record it live. But most people do pre-recorded. What I'm doing right now, it's a PowerPoint presentation, and I'm doing a screencast with my voice over on the PowerPoint. So you could do something as simple as what I'm doing right now. So the format is pretty basic. It's pretty much going to be, all of you will probably be the same, an online recorded webinar. And if you're going to use Screencast-O-Matic or whatever you're going to use, just let us know what that format is. You might want to actually get in front of the webcam and you can record yourself. That's perfectly fine. So I imagine for the format, everybody's going to be pretty much similar. The audience. So it's a professional development text. Typically we think of professional development for like teaching other teachers, but your audience, what you learn from the book, you might think of your audience as being parents. Your audience might be administrators. Your audience, now, it might be students, but what I don't want it to be like an elementary school, like a lesson plan. So if your audience is students, touch base with me if you're thinking about that. When I think of the audience here for being students, it's very different from your book talk. Your book talk is like directly to your students and you're trying to sell them your book, get them interested. If you have an older audience, for example, let's say you have 7th graders, 8th graders, 9th graders, 10th graders, I could see you presenting this in a similar way, how you would present to parents and teachers in a informational, educational format. So if you want your audience to be students, and you could do that, just touch base with me because in the past I didn't make that an option. But we have a number of people who teach in the higher grades, and that is an option. So think of the format, think of the audience. Think of the topic. Now, the topic, of course, is the book, but think about what in the book, what aspect of the book, what ideas, what concepts, what is it from that text that you're going to teach us? Let us know what that topic is, and then what's the purpose? I might be teaching a topic to teach teachers so that they can integrate writing into their social studies lessons. Or I might be teaching about writing motivation to parents to get children more engaged in writing at home. Okay, so all of these are going to be interconnected. You might want to think about your topic first, and then say, okay, who would be the audience for this topic? Or you might say, you know what, I really, really want my audience to be my 10th grade students. Okay, so if that's your audience, you're going to choose a topic from your text that's going to support them. So depending on your audience, your topic, and your purpose, these all can influence each other. The purpose could be educational. The purpose could be to motivate. The purpose could be to get students to do, motivated to write on a daily basis. The purpose could be how to integrate writing creatively into history class. The more specific, the more clear you can be on this early on, the better. So what I want you to do in your discussion groups is first you're going to give a general, share with your classmates in your group your general thoughts about the text and the key things that you thought were interesting and the key things that you think might be important to teach others. Then what I want you to do with your classmates is to share your format, your audience, your topic, and your purpose. And then finally, if you have any questions, if there's something you're struggling with, something you're not sure about, end with a question. Because your classmates are going to read that. They can give you feedback. I can read that. I can give you feedback. Your classmates have to give feedback to you, your group members. But instead of just having them read through your ideas and just, not say, oh, that's great. Oh, what a good idea. Use this as an opportunity to just, share your ideas. You might even be kind of outlining, this is a minimum of what I want you to share, but maybe you're already outlining and drafting what this webinar is going to look like. So share with your classmates, tell them your ideas, what are you thinking? And if somebody else is thinking about a similar topic, it doesn't mean you can't do it. One of you might say, I'm going to do this topic, but I want to focus on parents. And another one says, I want to do this topic and I want to educate high school teachers. Okay, so don't stress. And if you think your topics are too similar and you really want to do it, just ask me, touch base with me, and I'll help you figure it out. So in the discussion area, number one, share a general response. What were your thoughts about the book? What did you take away? What was the most important that you took away? The most interesting, the most educational, insightful, whatever it is. Number two, identify your format, your audience, your topic, and your purpose. And number three, think of engaging with your classmates and how can you use your classmates to get feedback in helping you make this the best online webinar, the online workshop, the best that you can make possible, and use each other for feedback. And then finally, I'm flexible with webinars. We do know the longer that they are, you tend to lose your audience's attention. Screencast-O-Matic will let you record up to 15 minutes for free. I do not recommend it being longer than 15 minutes. You can teach a lot if you're really organized and you're really concise. You can do a lot in 5 minutes. So when we go from 5 to 15 minutes, 15 would be the extreme, 5 would be like the shortest. I'm expecting the average length to be approximately 8 to 12 minutes. Now, if you're 7 minutes and you're like, oh no, I'm 1 minute off, don't worry. So kind of think of the range 5 to 15. 5 is a little bit short, not impossible to do, but make sure that you're really clear, you're organized, you're concise, and you say exactly what it is you need to get done. So again, this is not like etched in stone. I'm not going to take off points if you're 30 seconds off. I'm looking at the content, but everybody always wants to have an idea, an approximate. So 8 to 12 minutes. You start getting 10, 11, 12 minutes, it can be hard to keep your audience's attention. 5 to 10, 8, I think 7, 8 minutes is good to aim for, but this, again, it's just approximate. So if you're feeling like you're running out of the extreme ends of this, just let me know. So make sure you read the book and go in, and this is to help you in how you're going to start posting and giving and receiving feedback to each other. And let me know if you have any questions.